The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hi, welcome to the Political Dice.
MPC ebyobufuzi.
It's controversial,
Purely political,
well researched,
accurate and global.
Oyagala bya parliament oba council.
Yes, state house oba ghetto.
Ani ayuga ku ground.
Ani bwe babuze.
Okimanyi nga Dr. Kizza Besigye aleesa amaanyi.
Olwofadda bafutoli abateeseemu obuvaazi.
Oba yo DP eri kuki?
Olwojema.
Bano ba MKCG bo baddawa.
Abo bafuna CDF baamala tebabanja. Olwo baba ate bange bali kuki?
Abo bo akina kulabisa simayanga posturing tebabiri bali mu structure building. Naye ate ono ye.
Ani oyo oba?
Ye ali kuki?
Oyo kyomuleketa gamu apanyiga mawu.
Ebe na birindira no ku the Political Dice ku the Alternative Dig Talk nange teditenje ewamune.
Farida bikobere
Buli wa Sunday
esawa 2.
At first, we hit your gadgets with our state-of-the-art digitalized mobile studio with the debate on the road behind the wheels. Later, we launched our magnificent studios located on Plot 1A, Sawagude Close, Lukulinanganda, Machindye, Kampala, where we bring to you our must-watch shows like The Mighty Drive, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m., Hotline, Mondays, 7 p.m. As for legal matters, Twins at Bar, Tuesdays, 11 a.m., Wednesdays, 6 p.m. is Afro-Caribbean Link, where we connect Africa with the Caribbean. Voltage on Thursdays, 7 p.m., featuring a youthful panel. Interface with Dr. Kizza Besigye every Friday, 12 p.m. with his call to action against injustices. Snap Talk, Saturdays, 6 p.m. with the trio. A must-watch, The Political Dice, Sundays, 8 p.m. with the duo that never stammers, and so much more. Watch us live on all our social media platforms. We are The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Teddy, have you noticed how little attention science and health issues get in the media?
Totally, Edgar, yet science information is very important.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Health Journalists Network is here.
How can they help?
They are a group of journalists dedicated to advancing public understanding of healthcare issues through impactful reporting on health and science.
Oh, really?
Yes, they meet up every month with scientists and researchers, policymakers, and activists at the Science Media Cafes. They then relay what they discuss to the public.
Does that benefit us?
Oh yes, very much so. This helps with health and science literacy for a healthy Ugandan society.
Okay. I love getting informed about science and health issues. Health information makes all the difference between life and death. I'll look them up and engage them.
That's great. They are based all over the country.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, and they should be making real impact.
They are empowering health communities through journalism. Journalists can save lives just like doctors. Good morning, Uganda. It's the 12th day of this particular month, ladies and gentlemen, of August 2024. Welcome to this edition of the Mighty Drive Show. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. Welcome back from the weekend. It was sad, but the good thing is that you are still alive. We promised to have a conversation with Uganda every particular morning, starting from 8 to 10 a.m. We are always here having a conversation with Uganda. We talk about anything and everything, especially in terms of leadership and politics. We try to talk about the issues that are happening in this community, in this part of the world, but also trying to find solutions that can make Uganda and the world, of course, a better place. So those are the conversations that we always have here at Digitalk TV every particular Monday to Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. This is not only the program that you have. We have various programs for you, starting from the Mighty Drive that airs every particular day. From 8 to 10 a.m. It's a morning show, but we also have the hotline show. This one is purely political, and it happens every Monday starting from 7 to 9 p.m. in the evening. We're always having conversations with candid politicians here to try to find solutions to the various problems that we have. So this show is particularly in English. Then we also have other shows that happen in the week. We have the Voltage Show that happens every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's always here. We have the Snap Talk Show. We have various shows. So what you can do is just follow us on our social media platforms. We are at Digitalk TV, at the Alternative Uganda. You can find us right there. We're streaming live, remember, on Facebook, but also on YouTube. So we are trying to have more people follow this particular conversation. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga, and on behalf of Digitalk TV, I welcome you once again to this edition. So every particular Monday, we are joined by a gentleman called Bigirwa Moses. Bigirwa Moses is from the eastern part of this country. He has started recently what we call the Eastern Revolutionary Platform, ERP, and of course he thinks this is a way to galvanize support from the eastern region to try to unite the people from that particular place to maybe lobby for resources, to lobby for impact, especially in the national politics, or what you call the national cake of Uganda. So Bigirwa Moses has been in the National Unity Platform before. He has been with the Democratic Party, especially the Young Democrats in that particular regard. He has been part of Sejusa. I remember he was one of the candid gentlemen who were supporting Sejusa, that is General David Sejusa, in his campaign, I think 2013, around there, when he had started to fall out with government. He has been with Amama Mbabazi. He's a man who has been around the political desk of Uganda. So we get to have him every particular Monday. And we talk about a lot of issues that are happening here and globally. Then before we welcome him, there is a couple of news stories that I have to tell you that have started from last week, but also metamorphosed and entered this particular week. I'll start on a sad note. Over the weekend, over 21 people, or around 21 people, lost their lives in Kitezi. Kitezi, if you know Kitezi, it's a place that is a dumping ground, especially here in Uganda. Now, every person or rubbish from Kampala and the metropolitan areas is always gathered and put in that particular region of Kitezi, or that particular area of Kitezi dumping ground. Now, over the weekend, unfortunately, 21 people were merged or were submerged by these particular rubbish heaps. Now, these 21 people lost their lives, and unfortunately the police has already started with their job of investigating what really happened over the weekend. Now, a few people, according to some of the reports that I was reading yesterday and today, some of these victims of what happened in Kitezi are planning to sue government. They say they're going to be suing government for what they called criminal negligence, because government has not done what they're supposed to do or enough in order to help people in that particular area. But as we speak, over 21 people have already lost their lives in that particular slide of rubbish that happened in Kitezi. President Museveni came out around and also apologized, and also, of course, showed his sympathy and remorse in terms of that particular incident that happened in Kitezi. He has condoned, or he has sent his condolences of around, I think, 5 million each person who lost their lives, and I think some people who got injuries will be given 1 million Uganda shillings. Unfortunately, that is what happened in Kitezi. So sad to see that happening in Uganda. May their souls rest in eternal peace. And of course, let's wait for some of the findings by the Uganda Police Force. Unfortunately, the Uganda Police Force does not give you most of the details in terms of what really happened, who are the people who have been held accountable. These reports most times are filed, but they are never read. So I hope this time round Ugandans can have the opportunity to read through some of these reports and find out some of the findings as in regards to that particular investigation by the Uganda Police Force. Then last week, we had the president of the National Unity Platform, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, graduate with his Bachelor's of Law from Cavendish University. Now, this has been something that has been in the media trending for a while now. Many people are trying to celebrate him. Some other people, of course, trying to downplay his achievement, as it is always is. Kyagulanyi Robert Sentamu started studying this particular course in 2016. He started from the International University of East Africa in Kansanga, but because of some unavoidable circumstances, he was able to enroll at Cavendish University, and he has graduated as a lawyer. And now, for him to become a full advocate of the High Court, he has to go back and study what they call a bar course. It's a 9-month program that is done at the Law Development Center, or what you call LDC. And after that, he will be certified as an advocate of the High Court. So congratulations to him. And something that was tremendous about his achievement is that after he was pronounced as a graduate at Cavendish University, the university itself says that it has received an overwhelming number of applicants, people who want to be part of that particular university, which shows you really the power of some of the individuals that we have. If one individual can inspire a lot of people to just go to a university that he has been to, that shows you the power that man has at his disposal. So congratulations to the National Unity Platform Fraternity, and of course to the person of Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, also known as Bobi Wine. Congratulations for this particular achievement. He says he was a ghetto youth with a lot of desires and fantasies. Now he is achieving some of the things that he set out to dream for. So congratulations to Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and of course to the entire Cavendish University fraternity, some of the students who graduated. We have students who graduated as doctors, as lawyers, as accountants, and various professions. So congratulations to the Cavendish University. I told you that particular graduation happened last week at Speak Resort Munyonyo, as Cavendish University was graduating some of its students. Congratulations once again. Now, we also had a story last week from Joshua Cheptegei, who was able to scoop himself gold in the Paris 2024 Olympics that are happening as we speak. Now, this gentleman scooped himself a gold medal in the 10,000 meter race that he was able to win in that particular regard. It's not the first time that this gentleman is winning the 10,000 meter race. He has won it in the World Athletics competition. He has won gold at the Olympics. I think even won gold in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So that makes him one of the most decorated, if not the most decorated athlete in this country, with over 6 medals across various competitions. This makes Cheptegei a gentleman to look out for. Cheptegei has won various accolades, as I've told you, but he has also set world records. He set a new record when he was winning this particular race, but also he has come off setting records over time. Now, he's not the only person who was able to win a medal in the Olympics that are happening in Paris. We also had Peruth Chemutai, also a lady from Uganda, scoop, I think it was a silver in the 3,000 meters race in that particular regard. So congratulations to Peruth Chemutai for winning silver. It's not something that you downplay. So congratulations to you in that particular regard. Now, athletics has been a sport that has been championing Uganda in the global scene, or at the global scene. Many people have won various medals in athletics. We had the people like Kiprotich. Kiprotich won gold as well in the Olympics. We had Chiplimo. He has also won a couple of medals. We've had Cheptegei winning. We've had Chemutai. We can go back to as far as Dorcas Nzikuru. These people have actually been winning gold, but what has the system done in order to support them? Because yes, some people have actually won, and they have put Uganda's flag so high. But how do we, as a people, help to identify more Cheptegeis, more Kiprotiches, more Chiplimos? Because if these people come from our communities, that means there are some other people who can do even better than the Cheptegeis of this world. So how is the system trying to help these young people achieve their dreams? But also, these athletes that have won these particular accolades, the Cheptegeis, they have had a couple of challenges. They have shown their plight. So how far are we in registering these particular issues? How far are we in helping Ugandans, achieve their dreams at the end of the day? So this is something we should think about The government had promised Cheptegei, I think, a racing track around Kapchorwa region, that is the eastern part of Uganda. Up to date, the government has not fulfilled its promise. I think even Cheptegei actually went out of his way to build a track for himself using his own personal resources and funding. So how is government going to help these people? Yes, we like to come up and affiliate with Cheptegei and affiliate with them and of course show the world that yes, we know them. But how do we support them, especially in the process of coming to the global scene? So I think as government starts to think through these things, how about we start to put incentives, especially for some of the sports that we know we are good at. For example, athletes, we have proved over time, even today, and the future will also exonerate us by proving that we have athletes in this country. That sport is a viable sport. So how about we invest more resources in athletics? Since it's something that has shown us that there is a track record of winning. We invest a lot of funding in football, but the results you get from football are not as good as the results you get in athletics. So is there a way we can just maybe create a balance, create an equity, to invest maybe where investment is needed? So if there is more impact in athletics, then let's invest in athletics. I think that's something that will help us in finding and building these particular young people who are doing tremendous things. You're still watching Digitalk TV. My name is Edgar Karuhanga, and of course this is the Mighty Drive Show. Last week we also got a worrying report over the increased number of teachers filing for early retirement. Now, early retirement is when a professional seeks to stop doing what they are doing, especially because of some various reasons and circumstances. Now, many teachers have been faced with the challenge of inadequate resources, inadequate funding, but also poor standards of living. Many of these teachers are living bizarre and miserable lives. They are living with a lot of inadequacy. So in that particular regard, many teachers have found it pertinent to start working in other fields of life. For example, many of these teachers, after COVID-19, you remember during COVID-19, many of the schools were halted, and many of the teachers had to stop working. In that particular regard, many of the teachers started to survive, to thrive in other businesses. We saw teachers starting to ride borders, especially after school. We saw teachers starting to do taxis in that particular regard. So how do we really bring back this particular issue? So teachers are continuing to file for early retirement, an issue that is in the long run going to create a bit of a lapse or a space, especially when it comes to this issue of teachers in that particular regard. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that government can do something about this, because if the numbers continue to decline, numbers of teachers continuing to run from the profession, that means there is a void that is going to be created in the education sector. So if this void is there, what does this mean to Uganda? That's something we should also ask ourselves. Then also we have an issue of regional parliaments. Now the Parliament of Uganda is starting an initiative of bringing the parliament to various regions, to you, the people of Uganda. So since the sittings have always been done in Kampala here, the parliament is seeking to start doing regional sittings. For example, they can come to the northern part of Uganda, set up camp, for example, in one of the districts, let's say Gulu, and of course have parliamentary sittings there. Then they will do the same thing when they go to western part of Uganda. They can find a district, for example, Kabarole district. They will find Fort Potro and they center there, and they have the parliamentary sittings there. That is something that they are trying to do across the country. What they think is, in this particular regard, is that to pick minds from various Ugandans, those in the northern Uganda, in the western part of Uganda, in the eastern part of Uganda, how can we get all their ideas, bring them on table, and then try to create maybe alternatives, or listen to them, find out what they really need and what they want. So this particular idea has not yet rooted well among various Ugandans, and of course many Ugandans feel that Uganda's parliament has actually outlived its importance. Many feel that this parliament is no longer a national parliament in nature, but it has started to serve agendas, individuals and ideologies of some particular people. Many people believe that this Uganda's parliament is serving the interests of Mr. Museveni and his government, and of course many of them think that this idea is not really going to do a lot at the end of the day, because of the weaknesses and the challenges that this parliament has are really, really too much that you cannot think that this will solve those particular issues. Many Ugandans believe that parliament should first start by addressing some of the issues that are happening now, the corruption scandals, the bizarre, allocation of resources, some of the laws that are created without really the interest of Ugandans. So these are some of the things that Ugandans are saying. Before the parliament comes up to create solutions for us, let them first create solutions to the problems they are already facing as we speak today and right about now. I'll just end up with the story of Uganda's consulate in Dubai being turned into a casino. That story, we shall repeat it because it has been in the news for a while now, but we've not got any response, especially from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that is General Jeje Odong. Nobody has listened from him and what he's saying. He has not yet come out to confirm these allegations or deny them. So where is the balance? Because this brings up a lot of issues, especially in the diplomatic scenario of Uganda, relations of Uganda. How can Uganda's consulate be turned into a a casino, into what you call gambling space? Is that something that we want to affiliate with as a people? I don't think that is something we would want to affiliate with. At just 23 minutes past the top of the hour of 8, my name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, I'll be joined by Bigirwa Moses and Miss Farida Bikowere, and we'll have a conversation up to 10 p.m. So what you can do is just send in some of your questions, comments, feedback, messages, anything. Just send them through our social media platforms at Digitalk TV, at The Alternative Uganda. You can send a direct message, or you can just comment under this particular feed or video. I'll be able to read your messages subsequently. In case you have any question, we'll be able to ask General Bigirwa Moses, or we can be able to also address it as it comes. Let's go for a short commercial break. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. This is Digitalk TV.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.